Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV. Tonight, the Hub Sim Racing giveaways, super late models here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, presented by Dirtfan.com and presented by World of Thunder Racing League. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call for tonight's super late model action, the second of 3 broadcasts here on the Ultimate Dirt TV. Fred, thank you very much for that share, and Miles, thank you. Guys, don't forget to head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. Hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It is free to subscribe. And you can still watch all the action back here on Facebook if you like, or you can watch it over on the YouTube side of things. It is heat racing action coming up right now. And let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. 5 heat races on the cards. Top 3 to the main event, your winner to the redraw. Starting on pole, driving car number 110. Kevin Hanley on his outside in car number 9. Tyler Ducharme out of position number 2. Lining up position 3 in the 999, it's Dylan Fox on his outside, car 1, Davin Cardwell. Position 5 to 17, a former World of Thunder Racing League Super Late Model Champion, it's Aaron Kitchen. On his outside, the 15X, it's Tanner Folds. Daniel Passmore will start position 7. Thunder coming in here in the background. Evan C, one of the Pro World Championship iRacing late model drivers, starts position number 8. And position number 9, it is Adam Homedy. Big Thunder. Kevin Hanley didn't grid. So that's going to put the 999 of Dylan Fox on screen. And let's take a look at that car. Throwback paint scheme. Also that throwback paint scheme with the VLR series. There's Tyler Duchamp as well in her VLR in a throwback paint scheme as well. It's a field down the back straight away. They've been given the 1 to go signal. Hello Patricia. Hello Gordon. Welcome everybody in here on Facebook and YouTube. There we go. Post truck is in. Green flag is out. And it is 8 laps on the board. Top 3 to the main event. Your leader is Dylan Fox down into turn number 3 and 4 from the first circuit. Tyler Ducharme sits in 2nd. 3rd, Davin Cardwell. Then you go back to Aaron Kitchen back there in position number 4. Evan C trying to make his way through the field as well in that number 33. Should get on the throwback paint scheme livery. I think Thursday night VLR series, the throwback series. The super late models in Ducharme right now. Holding on to position 2, and that's Slick Sim Sports number 9. 3 down, 5 to run here in the opening heat of 5 heat races tonight. Here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. Look at Kitchen working upstairs in turns 3 and 4. C will work down to the bottom side. Now Cardwell through the middle, slides up to the top. But here comes Kitchen back to the inside. No, he stays upstairs in turns 3 and 4. Evan C slides up. Kitchen backs out of it. Kitchen tries to turn underneath now. As Kitchen and Evan C side by side. 2.5 to run down the back straightaway. Your leader is still Dylan Fox, and looking to put himself into the redraw. The worst he'll start is 5th. Second place driver, and this one was going to start 6th anyway, so there's a chance that the winner of this heat race, slide job by Cardwell, the winner of this heat race could start alongside the second place driver in this heat race. Final lap is upon us. Dylan Fox leads half a straightaway into turns 3 and 4. It's going to be on for 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Oh, Kitchen into the back of Cardwell. Fox will get the win. Tyler Ducharme 2nd. Daniel, in fact, it'll be Evan C 3rd, 4th. 4th is Daniel Passmore. Homerding, Folds, Kitchen, Cardwell, and Hanley didn't even grid. Heat number 1 is complete. Someone's going to win here tonight, folks. March 6th. Is that what it is, Steve? Anyhow, let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid for heat race number 2. Starting on pole, heat number 2 in car 75. Benji Killian on his outside, the 38 of Travis Oldfield. Trey Murphy in car 21 will start position 3. Jeremy Ogle, the 41, will start position number 4. Position 5, car 37, Alan Gates. Alongside him in car 5, it'll be Chris Fisher. Pete Carley, car number 40, will start position 7. And Shane Yates, car 11, will start position 8. With JD Brown out of position 9. Hello, Dustin. Thank you for that share too. March 6, 2020, 6:47 p.m. Central. Yeah, I got that, Steve. I know you talking Central Times. Travis Oldfield did not grid. You still harping on about Sizemore's fault? Yep, when you get a hashtag Sizemore's fault on Ultimate Dirt TV, you know you've made it big time, buddy. Here we go, heat number 2. It is Benji Killian on the gas. Hopefully he's got those issues sorted after he had issues in the UMP Modified feature event. See how he goes in heat number 2 here of the super late models. Ogle rides in second. Then we go back to Fisher and Trey Murphy side by side. Fisher works the outside of the racetrack now into 3 and 4. Murphy back downstairs in the 21 machine. The pink, white, and blue. I think there's a bit of purple in that one as well. It's almost a rainbow car. Murphy holds on to position number 4, trying to get by Fisher in third and Jeremy Ogle in second spot. But there, Murphy, he's doing everything possible right now. He's about to be pressured by JD Brown in the number 14 machine. Back to Chris Fisher. In third, that number 5 machine for TVR. Jeremy Ogle, fantastic job on the bottom side. In fact, there's 2 5s, and it's the 5 there of Chris Fisher working the middle of the racetrack. Ogle's working down low. 5 laps completed. This time by 3 to run for your leader, Benji Killian. Looking to put himself into tonight's redraw. As Murphy now trying to get by Ogle for that 4th spot right now. Unable to do so. JD Brown has made his way to position 3 and now coming after Chris Fisher for 2nd. Brown started dead last in this one. Slides up in front of Fisher. Fisher crosses underneath him. Final time into turns 3 and 4. Big slider by Fisher there. Killian gets the win. 2nd will go to JD Brown. 3rd will be Chris Fisher. 4th, and we'll go back to Jeremy Ogle, Trey Murphy, Pete Carley, Alan Gates, Shane Yates, and Travis Oldfield. Like heat race number 1, we had a did not start. Heat 2 complete. Heat number 3 up next. As cars take to the racetrack, let's take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Starting on pole, in car number 12, it'll be Trey Schmidt. On his outside, the 118 of Joshua Hessen. Inside 2nd row, car 26 of Eric Scalf will start position 3. On his outside, finished runner-up in the UMPs at Kokomo in car 42 for D1RT, Jordan Casey. 3rd row inside, car 22, Drew Phillips out of position 5. At a position 6, the winner from the UMP Modified, Hayden Carwell, position 6. Position 7, the 127, Blake Majulis, lines up alongside Kenneth Payne in car number 23 at a position number 8. And let's hope he doesn't try and straight line people in this one. The car 25 of Zach McSwain will start position number 9. Drew Phillips did not make the call for this one. Advanced Enzyme Systems, number 12 of Trey Schmidt. See how he does in a super late model around Limaland. The field is ready. They are racked and stacked as we are green off turn 4, Hessen. There was contact with the car behind him right now. As it's Trey Schmidt to lead down into turn number 3 and 4 for the first time. Lap number 1 of 8 is complete. Majula sliding up in front of Scalf. Casey will work into the bottom side. Good battle for the minor placings going on right now. Casey Majula side by side. Bit of netcode there as they went through the centre of turns 3 and 4. Of course, no harm, no foul. The 7 of Cardwell back there in 4th. Hessen into the back of Scalf. Scalf now getting pressure from the 25 of McSwain. Here goes Majulis down low into turns 1 and 2. Trey Schmidt, you've cut company, boy. Schmidt now will succumb to second. He will give up the race lead to Blake Majulis. Can he hold on for these final 4 laps? Casey puts the slider on him. And this open wheel guy in a super late model, these super late model guys are just absolutely hammering him right now. But they're doing it cleanly. Slide job by Cardwell. Schmidt turns it underneath him. Schmidt down to the back to the bottom side with a slide job into turns 3 and 4. But Cardwell sticks them back on the outside. And I think Cardwell had it at the start-finish line. Schmidt looking to slide up. No, leaves a room for Cardwell to get around the outside. But here comes Casey. All over the back of your race leader, Blake Majulis. One to run this time by. Who is going to pick up victory here in heat race number 3? It's looking like it's going to be the super late model iRacing world champion. The win goes to Blake Majulis, second closely followed home by Jordan Casey. Cardwell will grab 3rd, McSwain 4th. Schmidt holds on to a top 5. Scalf, Hessen, Payne and Phillips didn't even grid. You jumped to 4th overall in the points for the world. Well, good stuff, Justin. Good stuff, Dustin. All right, here we go for heat race number 4, the Hub Sim Racing Giveaways Super Late Models. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Well, it's not Sizemore's fault that he starts on pole because it's randomized grids. Dustin Sizemore will start on pole, heat race number 4. Dalton Cloyd on his outside. Blake Brown lines up at a position number 3. Position 4, it'll be Dustin Hall. We go back to position 5. It's Blake Bailey with Tanner Tomasi lining up at a position number 6. At a position 7, it will be Robert Tucker. To his outside, it'll be Brent Holloway. And Cutter Brady at a position number 8. With our 9th starter, Miles Jansen, starting position number 9 in car 67. G-Day, mate. G-Day. Hello, Alec. There's a problem with Mitch's paint too on the super late model. It doesn't have an Ultimate Dirt TV logo, just an FYI. Mitch told me that that was your fault. So look, as a good bloke, I thought I'd let you know that I think it needs to have a UDTV logo. Here we go, green flag is out and Sizemore will lead this field into 1 and 2. Cloyd on the top side. Tucker looking down low now, down into turn number 3 and 4. In fact, there's Blake Brown. The apologies there. Tucker is back there in 5th, battling with Tanner Tomasi. Lap 1 is all Sizemore. Here comes Brown to the inside. Sizemore a little looser there on the exit of turn number 2. They made contact going down into 3. Cloyd now looking to get by Sizemore, almost 3 wide. Blake Brown will now take on to the top spot. Brown, Cloyd, Sizemore, and look who is working on the bottom side. Tanner Tomasi, a 4-car battle for the race lead, but look out because here comes Robert Tucker. Oh, there's contact down the back straightaway. Tomasi, and there goes Dustin Hall picking up a spot. Sizemore trying to come back on Dustin Hall and Tomasi 3 wide around the outside. Tanner Tomasi, what a drive in the 09 machine. But now the battle is on for the race lead. 3 to run as Cloyd and Brown, they were little contact there as well. Dustin Hall moving Sizemore out of the way. Puts a slide job on him and Dustin Hall going to come back in both drivers. leaning on each other. They are certainly not making it comfortable for one another to make it into the show. They're right in 4th and 5th at the moment. And back up towards our top 3 who have driven away from the rest of the field. We've got 1 lap to run, and Blake Brown, the 74B machine, the racing high flag, teamvli.com. He looks to get the win here in heat race number 4, but here comes Cloyd on the outside. Brown just holds on. Second will be Dalton Cloyd, 0.028. Tanner Tomasi third, Dustin Hall, Dustin Sizemore, Tucker Holloway, Bailey and Jansen. Heat 4 is complete. Mitch, of course this doesn't look like CSGO. That's why we're playing iRacing, fool. Alright, Alec, you do what you gotta do, brother. You do what you gotta do when you can. I only said that because we ran super late models, and I don't like super late models. Actually did quite well yesterday. Alright, your ultimate Dirtfan starting grid heat race number 5 would look like this. Starting on pole in car number 2 for Slick Sim Sports, it's Dylan Hauser, and he's outside. John Alatic at a position 2. Position 3 will be Logan Hiller, and Bryce Nichols will not start position 4. He did not grid, so that'll move Jesse Hare up to position number 4. Barry Sorensen and Nicholas Brooks will start position 6. Garrett Niebuhr will start position 7th, and James Grace for the second time. I think he actually... pretty sure he started at the back in the UMP, so second heat race for him, and he is actually going to be at the back of the bus. Time to go green for your 5th and final heat race of the night. Super late models here at the Limaland Motorsports Park, and again you'll see a lot of these throwback paint schemes here tonight, courtesy of that teamvli.com throwback series in the super late models. And Dylan Hauser will lead lap number 1. John Alatic in 2nd. Logan Hiller, we'll go Hyler. Will run in 3rd, but here comes the 45B and Barry Sorensen up on the inside. Nearly 4 wide through turns 3 and 4. 3 wide, there it is. Oh, there goes Harler. He got shuffled out there by, I believe that'll be Jesse Hare, running right through the center of the racetrack. Niebuhr now moves up to position number 4. He goes down to the low side and leaves the top side open for Jesse Hare. So make their way down your back straight away. Your leader is still Dylan Hauser. Although he's not having a comfortable race at the moment, he's just doing enough to hold on as John Alatic. Normally in the 60 machine, but again, I think he might be the throwback series. There you go, down low into turns 1 and 2. 3 to run this time by for Hauser. And Hauser looking the goods at the moment, on board with your race leader. Looking out the back and trying to pick up a win here at heat race number 5, the 5th and final heat race of the night. White flag this time by for your race leader as he goes down into turn number 1 and 2. Just looks to park the race car. Into turns 3, out of turn 4, checkered flag is out. Dylan Hauser victorious. Second will be John Alatic. Third is going to be Barry Sorensen. And we'll go back to Garrett Niebuhr, Jesse Hare, James Grace up to 6, Nicholas Brooks, Logan Harler, and of course Bryce Nichols did not grid. So now the first of our 2B mains. Coming up here we'll have, I believe it'll be 10 laps to distance once again. Let's quickly take a look right now at your Ultimate Dirtfan starting grid. 10 laps will be the distance. The top 4 going into the back of tonight's main event to fill up the inside row. Starting on pole, car number 8, Daniel Passmore, and he's outside. Car 25, Zach McSwain. Garrett Niebuhr for TeamVLR.com will start position 3 in the 19N. Alongside him in car number 21, he was strong in his heat race. It's Trey Murphy out of position number 4. Position number 5 in car number 12 for MDM. That'll be Robert Tucker and Tanner Folds for Folds Graphics. In the 15X machine, will start position 6. For MDM Motorsports, row 4. Inside in the 26M, it's Eric Scalf on his outside. In car number 269, that is James Grace out of position number 8. Position number 9 will be the 37 of Alan Gates on his outside. Miles Jansen out of position number 10. Davin Carbell will not grid and he won't start position 11. So Kenneth Payne was scheduled to start position 12. Logan Harler didn't grid. Travis Oldfield and Dustin Sizemore out of positions 14 and 15. Although Davin Carbell, Logan Harler didn't grid, so they're done. They've obviously packed up their dummies and tried to spit it out, and they are not going to take any part in this super late model night here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. 10 on the board, top 4. Passmore McSwain side by side through 1 and 2. Who's going to get the advantage? Keep an eye on the 19N of Garrett Nebrigi. Uh-oh. What's going on with Trey Murphy? He's pulled to the infield. Trey Murphy is done. Nebrigi slide job into second spot. And the 19N machine looks good right now. And here comes Tucker and Scalf. Now you've got to be inside the top 4. And these 3 teammates right now, if they stay like this, one of them is going to miss out. And which one's it going to be? Oh, keep an eye on the 57J. Tucker through the middle. Scalf continues to work low. 3 down, 7 to run. Folds on the outside as well. He's coming in the 15X machine. And not too far in the distance. A couple of car lengths away is James Grace. Now he's a car length away. The leader still McSwain from Garrett Nebrigi for TeamVLR.com in second. Passmore third. Fourth right now is Robert Tucker. Fending off challenges from Eric Scalf, Tanner Folds, and James Grace into the picture. Tucker makes a mistake in 1 and 2. And again, this field bunches up for that 4th and final transfer position. Here goes Scalf through the middle, but it is Tucker back around the outside. And Tucker's good through 3 and 4. He just needs to get that 1 and 2 right. He got 1 and 2 right just then. How does he tackle 3 and 4? Oh boy, that was near perfect right there. Folds down low, slide job on Scalf. Scalf will cross back underneath, and here comes James Grace into the mix as well. 3 wide. James Grace looking for 2 for the price of 1. He got the slide job on Folds, but couldn't clear the 26 of Eric Scalf, and even then Eric Scalf, he is on the outside looking in. That 57 machine of Tucker makes a mistake in 3 and 4 again. White flag is out. Final time of B main number 1. McSwain through turns 3, out of turn number 4. He is victorious. Second will go to Garrett Nebrigi. Third, Daniel Passmore and Robert Tucker will come home in position number 4. Eric Scalf in 5th. James Grace, Tanner Folds, Miles Jansen, Kenneth Payne, Dustin Sizemore up to position number 9. Or 10, that was. Doesn't matter, because unfortunately for those drivers, they will not make the show unless you're in the top 4. And our final B main of the night. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Again, 10 more laps on the board. Top 4 go through. Row number 1, Jeremy Ogle and Dustin Hall. Row number 2, Adam Hommerding and Trey Schmidt. Row 3, Jesse Hare and Pete Carley. Row 4, Brent Holloway and Aaron Kitchen. Row 5, Joshua Hessen and Nicholas Brooks. Row 6, it'll be Shane Yates and Blake Bailey. Row 7, Kevin Hanley, Drew Phillips and Bryce Nichols. At the back in position number 15. Pete Kiley not gridding out of P6. Neither is Bryce Nichols in that 64 machine. B-Main number 2 for these drivers here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. The Hub Sim Racing giveaways. Super late models presented by World of Thunder Racing League and Dirtfan.com. It's time to go green for 10 final laps in preliminary action before our 50-lap main event. Here we go. Pace truck is in. Let's put the pen through the line of 10 laps on the board. Ogle, your leader, here comes up on the inside. We're blinking. Apologies. Homerding looking for the race lead. Homerding, your leader now. Dustin Hall on the inside. A little love tap there. Oh, look at Aaron Kitchen upside down. Nearly Joshua Hessen. I apologise. Now, I don't know if it's me or the server. Let's go chat with race control for a second. Is the server playing up for you or is it just me?
Let me just see here. Wow, what is it doing to you?
Alright, might just be me. Got some thunderstorms outside. Apologies for the inconvenience. Hopefully that the weather holds off and hopefully we are able to continue to showcase the super late model side of things here tonight. Lights go out on the pace truck. Back underway, top 4, remember, go through. Homerding. Yellow is still out. Oh, there we go, we're back green. Took a while for it to go back to green. Homerding, your race leader. From Schmidt and Hall in second and third, now fourth. It's a three-way battle right now. Ogle, Holloway, and Nicholas Brooks. Who's going to get this final transfer spot? Ogle works the outside, holds off a challenge from the 54 of Nicholas Brooks. Raced against Nicholas yesterday in the super late model at Werneville. It was quite fun, actually. Ogle holding on to position 4, but here comes the challenge for second and third, Trey Schmidt. Now back to P3. Hall works low, but Trey Schmidt continuing to work the outside. One lap left to run in this B-Main, the second B-Main of tonight's program. Through 3 and 4, Adam Homerding with a convincing victory over Dustin Hall or Trey Schmidt. That was close at the line. Schmidt got him. 0.040. Dustin Hall, Nicholas Brooks, they all punched their ticket into the main event. And now we know what time it is. It is time for our redraw.
All right.
Let me just mute that and bring this up. We're good. What do we got? 5 heats?
5 heat races.
Buddy, I am ready. Ready as can be.
All right. It's the Foxman. Car number 999.
Position 2.
Benji Killian in car number 75.
Pole position.
Blake Majulis in car number 127.
Position 4.
Blake Brown, car number 74.
Position 5.
Car number 2, Hauser.
Position 3.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. There we go. Redraw is done. We'll take a quick break. Come back on the other side of this course. Big thanks to the Hub Sim Racing giveaways. Dirtfan.com. World of Thunder Racing League. Wicked Cushion, Wicked Energy Gun. And World of Thunder again. Don't forget, head over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit that subscribe button, or you can follow us on Like and follow us on Facebook, just like just do just so think of that follow. We'll take a quick break and come back. On the other side of this, you're watching the super late models, the Hubson Racing giveaways presented by World of Thunder and Dirtfan.com. It's time to get back after it as we welcome you back to Ultimate Dirt TV here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. Round 6, I believe, maybe, for the Hubson Racing giveaways super late models presented by World of Thunder Racing League and Dirtfan.com. Good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call for this race, and also I'll be on the call for the 410 wing sprint cars in about an hour's time. So unless this race goes for an hour, for some reason it won't, but if it does, well, there's definitely something wrong. Let's take a look at your Ultimate Dirt TV starting grid. Benji Killian will start on pole. I believe it was Dylan Fox out of position 2. Hauser was out of 3. Majulis out of 4. And Brown out of 5, or something along those lines. Tyler Deschamps starts P6. JD Brown alongside Jordan Casey in row 4. Row 5 is Dalton Cloyden, John Alatic. Evan C. Chris Fisher in row 6. Row 7, Hayden Cardwell, Tanner Tomasi. Row 8, Barry Sorensen, Zach McSwain. Adam Homending, Garrett Niebuhr in row 9, row 10, Trey Schmidt, Daniel Passmore. Row 11, Dustin Hall, Robert Tucker, and row 12 at the back by himself, Nicholas Books. So you see how short this racetrack is. Hopefully we are going to get into lap traffic tonight, because as always, lap traffic plays a massive part in these races. However, there is 50 laps. Now, I have witnessed firsthand 19 drivers go 60 laps green flag and go 6 wide here at Limaland and not crash. Yes, it is possible. I have witnessed it firsthand. How will these drivers tackle the Limaland Motorsports Park? Pace truck is in. We are not going green. We are not going green. Again, the drivers, your 5 heat winners that we had in the redraw. Once we get into turns 1 and 2, race control, Steve McMillan and now James Grace helping out with the admin duties. They are letting the drivers know where they are starting. Once they are in those correct positions, which won't take too long, we will then go round 1 time and we will send these drivers and get these drivers into the greatest sight in all of motorsports, 4 wide salute, as you can see. In fact, it's happening right now. The field is assembled. The greatest sight in all of motorsports is appearing. The World of Thunder super late models here at the Limaland Motorsports Park. What better sight? Drivers are doing a fantastic job for the 4 wide now. The sprint car guys, they need to carry it on. The field's about to break away from the formation down into turns 3 and 4. There we go. Just getting word from race control. Now, once we're on lap number 5, folks, that is when the green flag will drop and the BS will stop. So not this time by, but the following time by, out of turn number 4. 2 to green at the moment. As they come out of turn 4, they get the 1 to green signal. And it is now time to find out who goes to victory lane. 50 laps, super late model action here at the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. 75 CarQuest Auto Parts bulletproof products of Benji Killian will have the field ready to launch off a turn number 4. Your main event is green here at Limaland, and look at Dylan Fox. He got a massive jump as well. 3 wide down into turn number 1 and 2. Fox, your race leader. Here comes Majulis. Royals the top side, right in behind the triple nine of Dylan Fox. Hauser slides up in front of Killian. Killian back to 4th on the opening lap right now. 3 wide again. It's Fox, Hauser, and Majulis. Hauser now gets to the top side in front. Oh no, Blake Brown, the 74B. He somehow saved it. And we are still green. You love to see some green flag action here at Limaland. The 14 of JD Brown working the inside on Benji Killian. Ducharme works the outside behind Hauser. Here goes Brown to the inside again. 3 wide. And Tyler Ducharme, well, I wouldn't say he's hanging on for dear life, but he's doing a fantastic job on the top side. So far, 5 in the books. 45 remaining. We've seen 2, 3 wide action all throughout this field, even at the back of the bus. They're going 2 and 3 wide. There's a case of nearly 4 wide. There it is, 4 wide for a moment. Tomasi had to back out of it. But yes, that just goes to show you right now, Limaland, although it's small, it's wide, and there's enough for 2, 3, and 4 wide action continuously up front. We see Dylan Fox just holding off Blake Majulis in the 127. These drivers into a rhythm now as the laps starting to tick off. The 89 Marshall Green car? I have no idea what car that is. I'm just going to go back and look for the 89. Who's driving it, Howard? Oh, this one. It's Fox up front. My bad, Howard. I wasn't even paying attention. The green and gold machine out in front. Here comes Majulis. Down low. Does he pull the slide jump? No. Leaves Fox the lane. Fox continues to lead. 30-something laps remaining. Brown making a move on the bottom side by Ducharme. Casey back there in 6th. So 2 packs of 3. The top 3, nose to tail. 4th, 5th, and 6th. 2 cars in the top, 1 on the bottom side. JD Brown, the only car inside the top 6 at the moment. Working that inside groove. Then you go back to Hayden Cardwell starting to make a move now on the bottom side as well. Back up towards your lead. In fact, Hauser has lost 3rd. He's made a couple of mistakes in a row, and that's allowed Ducharme, Brown, and Casey to close in. So now that makes it a 4-car battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th and 6th. Majulis down low. Now here we go. This is what I wanted. 35 to run. I wanted lap traffic in this race, and right now we are about to get it in the next 2 to 3 laps. The Marshall Green throwback for D1RT, the 89 of Fox. About to put our first car a lap down, the 23 of Nicholas Brooks, and it comes after 17 green flag laps. Daniel Passwell, the next car to go a lap down. The as those guys just starting to work their way through the traffic. We go back to Brown and Hauser, continuing to race side by side back up front. How does Fox and how does Majulis get through this one? There goes the big slide job by Fox on Passmore. Passmore backs out of it, realizes it's the race leaders, and Majulis splits the gap between the two lap cars, and he says thank you very much. So nice work from those lappers right now, just to hold their line. Passmore now will go back to the bottom side and give that top side up. No, he slides up to the top side, making it a little difficult right now for Dylan Hauser to get by him. But we continue to watch Fox and Majulis. Casey's up to fourth, keeping an eye on that one. Hauser, slide job there on Passmore. Passmore into Brown. Brown around 360. And there is the first yellow flag of the night. And it comes 22 laps into tonight's main event. Now let's hope that this does not breed caution after caution, as these drivers done a fantastic job nearly getting to the halfway distance of this 50 lap main event, and we're going to be about halfway home when we go back to green. Just take a look at how difficult this track is to get around at the moment. There is a shock. There is not a lot of moisture left on this track. There's a lot of moisture from about mid-track to the bottom group on the back straight, just where the drivers are rolling by now. More so where he's rolling down the 54 machine of Nicholas Brooks. So the lights go out on the pace truck. 25 down and 25 to run. We are officially halfway home and we are going back green. Who will continue to dominate this Limaland Motorsports Park race? And who is going to finish inside the top three? A lot of drivers all fighting to try and get to the top side of the racetrack. A lot of drivers still down low. Hauser, oh no, look at Hauser. He's caught up there with Fisher and the 42 of Casey. Oh, you can bet your last dollar that tempers would be flaring right now with the contact. Hauser and Casey. Fisher involved in that one as well. And it looks like it's happened. Another caution on a caution. Let's hope these drivers... I'd love to see a single file restart. I'd love to see a Delaware double file restart. Don't forget, you see a lot of these paint schemes, the throwback paint schemes again. Courtesy of the TeamVLR.com throwback series on Thursday night, super late models. Live on their Facebook page, TeamVLR.com, and also covered by the guys over at Full Velocity Racing Network, Phil Lacasse and Todd Stanton on the call, doing a fantastic job. The number one broadcasters in sim racing at the moment, without a shadow of a doubt. Green flag back out in the air. Dylan Fox, Blake Majulis, and Hayden Carbell now rides in third. Duchamp sits in fourth. We go back to JD Brown. Interesting to see what this 7 machine of Carbell can do with these drivers up front. Majulis getting a good run through 3 and 4, but tell you what, Dylan Fox, he was 3/4 of a tenth quicker on the previous lap, so he certainly got that high side work. And look at Evans C making a charge as well, up to position number 6, and he started in position 11, so he certainly made his way forward again in that throwback black and purple number 33 machine. Brown up on the inside on Tyler Duchamp, looking at 9 on how this plays out between the top 5, and we'll try and keep an eye on the top 3 as well, just to see if any changes are happening at the moment. 16 laps left to run this time by for your leader in the 89 machine, the green and gold for D1RT, Dylan Fox. Majulis again makes the mistake on the entry into turn 3. Carbell had to check up, and here goes Carbell. Does he go the slider? No. He will stay down low into turn number 1 and 2. Trying to get the drive down the back straightaway. There's some good moisture there on the back straightaway on the bottom side. If you can hit it right, yellow is out. Just as we got the 14 to go mark. So don't forget our 410 wing sprint car series up in about 45, 50 minutes time. I think 10:30 Eastern. 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern, the server will go up. 14 wing sprint cars, and we go to a track that I still don't think should be in the game, but it just doesn't produce good racing. We're at Fairbury. Anyhow, we'll see how it plays out. Field doubling up. 11 laps left to run. 39 completed. And we go back green. Dylan Fox, he has led since the jump on the green flag. He got a good start again. Carbell to the inside. That might hurt him because Ducharme is now going to run slide job by Evan C on JD Brown. And Evan C now moves into a top 5 Carbell. Well, he's not shying away from the bottom side. He's showing these guys that he's got the skill there to run down low and really hold on to the speed that he carries. He now has an opportunity to get to the top side in front of Tyler Ducharme, and he took that opportunity. No regrets in that one. Majula slide job for the lead. And there goes Fox back to the inside. They've had a little contact off turn number 4. But it's still Dylan Fox, your race leader. But Jules, does he go for it again? No, because the yellow is out. And we are set to have 4 to 5 laps remaining. Boy, oh boy, what a move by Majulis, but what a crossover by Fox. Yes, it's a standard slide job with a standard crossover. But to do it on this slick of a racetrack, you certainly got to have the faith in your other driver to make that move cleanly, and vice versa, with not only with the slide job but the crossover as well. And it happened, and this just goes to show you why these two guys are some of the best on the sim, on the iRacing.com service. In fact, we often talk about Blake Majulis and being the World of Outlaws iRacing Morton Buildings late model iRacing champion. Picked up a $10,000 payday just for winning some races. And in fact, got to drive a late model at the dirt track at Charlotte last November. He struggled early on in the season to make a main event, but he's doing a fantastic job right now. Fox slides up in front of Majulis. Where does Majulis go now on the exit of turn number 2? Look at Carbell up on the inside, 3 wide down into turns 3 and 4. Ducharme is ready to pounce as well. Cardwell now up to second. Carbell slide up. Fox makes a mistake. Ducharme into Majulis. Now here comes Evan C. and Hayden Carbell is your new race leader. Evan C. He gets third. There goes Majulis back to the outside. Yellow is out and a green white checker to finish us off. And Dylan Fox does not have the race lead. It belongs to the 7 of Hayden Cardwell. That one mistake for Dylan Fox may have just cost him the race. And now with a restart, I will bet my last dollar that Hayden Cardwell will go to the top in 1 and 2. And I reckon he's throwing in the slider on himself in turns 3 and 4. A massive mention here to Evan C. Up to position 4 at the moment. We're looking at between 3 and 4. But he will restart on the second row. Position 3. Green, white checker, 2 laps around the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. He's good at the right times. Cardwell will get on the gas early on. There we go, back to green. 2 laps, Cardwell. In fact, he stays low. Well, I just lost my last dollar, but here comes Fox now. Cardwell takes the line away, going down into turn number 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. They will get the white flag. Hello, Ashley. Into turns 1 and 2 for the final time. Oh, Fox makes a mistake. Majula's backs out of it. Evans C. But into turns 3 and 4, Hayden Carwell looking to go to victory lane. Will he hang on? Yes, he will. Second to go to Dylan Fox. And Evans C, I think, got third. There was nothing in it between them. What a race that was. Hayden Carwell victorious ahead of Dylan Fox. Evans C just stealing a podium away from Blake Majula's home in 4th. Tyler Ducharme 5th. Then we go back to Blake Brown, JD Brown, Dustin Hall, Garrett Nieburzy, John Alatic, your top 10. Dalton Cloyd, Robert Tucker, Zach McSwain, Tanner Tomasi, Chris Fisher, your top 15. 16th, Adam Homerding, Trey Schmidt, Barry Sorensen, Nicholas Brooks, Benji Killian in 20th. Dylan Hauser, Jordan Casey, Daniel Passmore. And here he is. Well, he's got a reason to celebrate. He has just picked up a double here tonight in the World of Thunder. Not only the UMPs, but also the super late model victory. What a drive by Hayden Carwell. Every reason to celebrate right now, and why wouldn't you? But I tell you what, you've got to feel for Dylan Fox. He was there. And we'll wait for these drivers to get into the team speak. Well, we know Hayden Carwell, he's going to be one happy man. Evans C, who grabbed third. And I tell you what, let's go and chat to the driver that comes home third place tonight and left his run a little late, but he did have to start position number 11, Mr. Evans C. Evan, congratulations on this third place run. Boy, that was a hell of a drive from you.
Yeah, it was definitely, starting off in the back of the heat, I had to make my way to the front, but it was pretty hard to pass in the feature there. So you just kind of had to wait for it to slick off so you could move around a little bit more. And I was able to make most of our positions up toward the end there. I wish we had had about 20 more laps. I think I probably could have been the fastest thing on the track at the end there, but it was a good run overall.
You're always going to go to the front. I've seen you, time and time again, week after week, no matter where you start, you just seem to always find a way to the front, starting this deep in the field, and again throughout this quality field that is filled with not only pro drivers but drivers that have the potential to be in that pro late model series. What was your game plan going into this 50-lap main event?
Yeah, the main thing was just take care of my car and don't beat it up, and just if someone makes a mistake, try and capitalize on it, and try not to make mistakes yourself, because it's pretty costly on a track like Limaland. It's so small. If you make a mistake, like 5 people can pass you at once. So, just try to keep the car clean, and take the spots when we can, one at a time, and just try to have something at the end.
All right, this final, the green-white checker there at the end. You're restarting in third. Were you happy to start on that inside, and what was going through your mind as you were just going down into 3?
Yeah, the middle kind of started to come in towards the end there, I think. And so, I was glad I was starting on the inside. I felt like I could maybe get up to second there, or the lead even, if we had had a couple more laps. So, I knew running up against the wall once it got slick, it's a fine line, and you got to hit it just right every lap. So, yeah, I was pretty glad we got to start in the middle there, or low line on that restart, and just, try to keep it smooth in the middle. Hopefully, we could have made up some spots there at the end, and I think we stayed in third in there, but we made up a couple restart for the last one. So,
well, congratulations on the third place run here tonight. I know you got a couple of sponsors on this race car and a couple of people to thank as well.
Yeah, so I think all the guys at Team VLR, FDP, Kevin Deadman, Dirty Grass Soul, Caprion Screen Printing, Iris and iFlag, Jim Emery at Supermoon Graphics for this throwback paint he did for me. And thank y'all for the broadcast, and Steve McMillan for putting on this series.
All right, Mr. Evans C, they're home in third place. Second place, Dylan Fox. I think he might be a little bit disappointed, and rightly so. Certainly one that got away from him. One that didn't get away from him. He's picked up the double here tonight in cut number 7. It's Hayden Carwell. Hayden, congratulations on a victory. A timely run on the bottom side And again, you put yourself in victory lane. You got to be pleased with that result.
Oh yeah, for sure. Going in there, me and JD, we kind of set up there for the bottom. We didn't think it was ever going to be that good. But there at the beginning, me and him were actually rolling to the forward pretty quick there because we still had a lot of meat down there. At the end there, I still felt comfortable down there. A lot of those guys were using their equipment up top. But once we got to about third, fourth-ish, I could see that Fox and Majulis were not on the same terms. So I figured something was going to happen, and eventually we were able to roll the bottom there that one lap and saw them getting into it. So we threw the slider 1-2, and then the caution came out. So we got lucky with that. But since we had clean air, I still feel like we had a good car that we could have been able to hold them off.
No matter where this 7 car went on the racetrack, whether it was top or the bottom, it looked like you had this 7 car on an absolute rail tonight. And to come through this field again, what did you make of the track? Although it looked like pretty one lane at the top, but you guys were able to make it work on the bottom side late in that race.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of those guys, I don't know, a lot of it was, all those guys were fighting up top, and, it would give us an opportunity to make moves on the bottom, but that's probably what it was. But me and JD, we were so freed up, like we couldn't run the top at all. But unfortunately, JD got took out by a lap car there, running like third. He was pretty close to Fox and Majulis there, but that sucks for him. But I think a lot of it is, we had the bottom just cleaned off to ourselves, and nobody was really down there, so it helped out a lot.
Well, congratulations, second victory here tonight in a row. With UMPs and also the super late models. We'll let you get out of here and celebrate and maybe try for the triple for the sprint cars. But of course, before we let you go, we know you got some sponsors on this race car and people behind the scenes that make it possible for you.
Yeah, man, just gonna go right off by the car here. Just can't thank all the guys at Bad Racing for all they do. Me and JD spent a good time building on this thing. Working all night. Wasn't too good in the heat races and stuff, but really paid off in the end. Just can't thank Jay Weez enough for all he does. Time Boy Checkers and Records for everything he does for my program, and can't thank Paints Batuta Can Billy Rowley for the throwback paint. We got Billy Ogle Jr. here. He does enough for me. Can't thank all them guys. Can't thank Steve for the league. For giving us a great place to race on Sundays and other weeks of the day, and of course you, Brett. The broadcast is always awesome to go back and watch. Appreciate it.
All right, Hayden Carbell, though, home in first place tonight. Another victory for the Bad Racing number 7 machine. That'll do it for us from the virtual Limaland Motorsports Park. It is now time for the 410s at Fairbury Speedway. Server will open up in about 40 minutes time. And again, we're going to be live on Ultimate Dirt TV Facebook page and our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. And we'll also be live on the Dirtfan.com Facebook page and also the World of Thunder Racing League, their Facebook page as well. Thank you so very much for your attendance here this evening. It is much appreciated, ladies and gentlemen, and we look forward to hopefully having you back for the 410 Wings Sprint Car Series at Fairbury in about 40 minutes time. Again, a massive thanks to the Hub Sim Racing giveaways. Massive thanks to Dirtfan.com, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion, and of course World of Thunder Racing League, Steve McMillan, and the admins behind the scenes that make all this possible to rotate on a weekly basis. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, this is Brett Wheeler signing off on behalf of Ultimate Dirt TV. We'll see you shortly for the 410 Wing Sprint Car Series at Fairbury.